what advice would you give to parents who are feeling guilty about the impact of divorce on their children when they're navigating whether to separate or not to separate?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's a very difficult thing. And I think that we all hold that very close in our hearts about what's best for our kids. I think that it's important, just like we talked about, to model happiness. Like, you're worthy of that, and you kind of said, would you want your kids to stay inside of relationships that they were feeling suffocated in, that they felt like they couldn't be themselves in? No. And so I recognize that guilt is just going to follow us around as parents for most of our, lives. And it's okay to let guilt be there and to do it anyways. It's a very, very brave thing to do. But, now that my kids have gotten older, my daughter's 16 now, she's asked very articulate questions over the last couple of years about the why. And we've had pretty grown-up conversations. And so modeling some of those boundaries and that your needs are important too, and you're worthy of having those big dreams for your life, I think that's important. I don't think anyone wins when you're miserable. And though it can be difficult, I think if you really center your kids in love and support, I think they're going to be okay. I think where I've seen a lot of kids suffer is when parents are toxic with each other.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes that's like one parent doesn't want to be, but the other one is. And it's hard to navigate that. But I think that, kids that are surrounded in love, even if it's just from one parent, are going to do okay.
That's exactly true. I think if you only need one parent. Your mother primarily raised you, and you only need one strong parent to help you through that. And I think, if there's a toxic parent, I think the kids ultimately learn to navigate that on their own. And it's sad that they have to, but they do figure it out at some point.